Okay, let's see if I can do this in any reasonable amount of time. I want to give you an update on, I guess, 3 things. What I've been doing this last week. I want to give a shout out credit to somebody that helped me a lot, and kind of how that fits into everything that I've done so far. So, first thing is, for the last week I've been working on this Unity project for CIVS, which is Purdue Calumet's Center for Innovation Through Visualization and Simulation. Today is Tuesday. I'm supposed to be meeting with somebody at 3 o'clock today, which is in roughly a half hour, but instead I'm just going to be uploading the project onto the internet, which is really cool because I actually have one this time. Usually when somebody says, hey, we're not going to meet about it, just, put it out there. It's usually like, well, it's not done yet, and I wanted to talk to you about that. But in this case, I really feel like it could be done. This Unity project, the whole point was to take it's really part of a job application for working with CIVS. And I wanted to work as a game designer, and I wanted to show that I had the skills necessary for that. And really, I think I got a lot of the skills in the last couple of weeks. I've learned more since the end of this semester, at the beginning of this month, than I did during the semester about game development. Mostly because of 2 things. My C# book, which Introduction to C#, I got it for $6 at Disc Replay. It's written by Adam Freeman. I don't know if you'll find it for the same amount of money somewhere, but it was a 2010 version, still perfect for what I need. That is my first recommendation. My second and major recommendation is that you check out the YouTube channel called Quill18 Creates, Quill18 Creates, because this guy is incredibly knowledgeable about Unity and about game design and about C# programming, probably JavaScript too, because I've seen a couple of times where he's accidentally typed JavaScript, and I don't have an incredible amount of familiarity with JavaScript, a basic familiarity with Java, but now I'm a C# person after this book. Anyway, I am incredibly thankful to that guy and his channel because he's incredibly knowledgeable, and for some reason he takes the time and energy to show other people how to do what he does. Awesome. Absolutely awesome, and I probably owe a lot of this project to him, and if I get the job, I probably owe a lot of that to him too. But awesome tutorials and projects that he's working on, and really relevant stuff because he actually pays attention to what people say about his videos and what they still want to know. Okay, so there's my shout out. There's the context for what this is. My Unity project. I was given a windmill, 2 models. One, an actual full-size windmill, the turbine, the kind that generates electricity. And a little, like what could otherwise be a plastic model or a background object, just a solid windmill. I tried to record this video once before, and I started going into all of the details of my project, and I don't want to do that this time. So the overview was, take one of these objects, import it into Unity, create an interactive experience of some kind, sky's the limit, and demonstrate your modeling capability in some capacity. So I created a game world. I imported this tall tower turbine into Unity, created a terrain, created a sky dome, created some model houses to kind of box in the area, created a script for the player controller, something that allowed him to climb, put in some background meshes like a well, some trees, lit the whole scene and baked it, and then started debugging at that point and trying to develop the gameplay that I actually wanted, which what I came up with was you climb this tower. When you reach the top of the tower, you look down over the top of the windmill, you gain the ability to, you get like this souvenir, basically. It's like, hey, thanks for coming, here's a model turbine for you to go and share with your friends. So it kind of becomes something that you can throw. So you go down and you throw the doors of all the houses, and eventually you win. Or don't. One of the houses is very nasty, so if you throw it at that house, it'll purposefully crash your game. Not like, oops, crash your game, but like it warns you, don't do that. And you throw it at the house again, and it's like, okay, and the game closes. I went into all the details about what the problems were. I think I'll save that for another video. Altogether, it works. But the major thing that it's missing is design. I created a terrain to base this windmill on so I could play around with it, see interact. I built a model of the house, put it all around this randomly, well not randomly generated, but almost randomly generated terrain that I created. And then kind of trees in the back. It was a reactionary process. Reacting to the script, reacting to the limitations of the environment. It did not actually feature a level design, which is, if I did it all over again, and I wouldn't have to do the whole thing all over again, just the basic level. I'd create the terrain for the shape that I want. I'd actually design the level, this is the way I want it to look. And then houses, incredibly costly, even though they're really low polygon for the size that they are, it's still unnecessary to render a whole house in the game world if all you need is the front of the house. And it's especially unnecessary to try to place them randomly all over this hillside to block you in, when really all you'd have to do is straighten the hillside and put a house facade that's 3 houses wide, or 2 houses wide, or 4 houses wide, depending on the size of the... That's what I would do. As it is, I'm wasting a lot of resources. I'm going to try it on this laptop and see if it runs. I've been playing it on my gaming laptop, or on my gaming PC, and I didn't realize that until just now, that, I don't know how the average computer would react to it, because I haven't put it on the average computer. Anyway, that would be my project for another time. I've demonstrated scripting, gameplay programming, and problem solving, and lighting, and modeling, and texturing, but that's not really what I want to get into. What I want to get into is game design, level design, user experience design, and that is not a reactionary process. You have to start with the user experience in mind. Okay, so to cut this short, where does all that fit into where I am right now? I now have a prototype of a game, quote unquote. Something that you can click and it's an executable, and it has a main menu, and it has a pause screen, and you can beat it, or you can lose, and you can, you can start over or leave, whatever. It's a game, quote unquote. It fits the reasonable qualifications for being a game, but really it's just a test of scripting ability, modeling ability, how to use Unity, things like that. But now that I have that, it's of the level of something that you'd see in Ludum Dare, which, considering I spent 2 major days on it this week, and the rest of the time I was either moving stuff or on a trip to visit Caitlin's family. It's good. It's good. Alright, I'm going to stop this video. I am going to load it up on here, try to get live stream on here so I can walk you through what's going on, and then after that, I don't know. Again, shout out to Cool18 Creates. If you're on YouTube, go directly to his channel. If you're not on YouTube, then open another tab, see if you can learn from this guy. It's incredibly accessible information if you're new to game programming, but not necessarily new to programming or modeling. I don't know if I have any more time, so yeah, that was this week. I'll get the project loaded so you can see what it is I've been talking about, and we'll discuss what some of the limitations of it were. Okay, bye.